Holy shit. Oh my god. Wow. What an episode. Holy shit, guys. What a episode, guys.
Who the fuck is gonna argue that this is the greatest fucking show in television history? I mean, are you fucking serious? There's nothing that comes close.
My god, I mean, this episode 4, Season 7, guys, we're coming to you live right now from the Foulmouth Network. What a fucking episode we just saw. Holy shit. What's up, everybody out there? All the Game of Thrones freaks. This is a sick fucking show. I'm sorry. There's nothing better than this. You don't get much better than this.
No.
I mean, that episode was just unbelievable. What's up, everybody out there? We're coming to you live, like I said, right after this episode. Crazy-ass episode, as usual. A lot to talk about tonight. A lot to discuss and recap on. A lot of sick moments in this episode, man. I don't like the ending too much because it's kind of a cliffhanger.
And it was also 10 minutes early. I hate that shit.
Yeah,
it's even late, too. A few minutes late.
Yeah.
The fuck?
They used to do that shit with The Sopranos all the time. HBO. But, yeah, man, sick episode, guys. We're going to get the phone lines open very soon. We just want to start it off here. And, wow, I mean, where do we start?
I don't even know. I can't even wrap my brain around it right
that was just a crazy...
I mean, listen, it's fresh in our heads, so you got to start with the fucking final scene. I mean, you know, like...
Yeah.
Dude,
oh, nice. We got
this is what
Sleepy
I've been
Never,
for, dude.
Just sub to the channel. What's up, man? Welcome to the family. Yo, guys, I mean, yeah, obviously we got to start with what we just saw, and they put a fucking harpoon into that dragon, and, you know, I saw Jaime Lannister going for it. Even his brother was like, you stupid fuck, like, why? And,
right.
You know, he got saved a couple of times by a couple of people, Jaime, in that battle, which was crazy. The dude that he always makes fun of saved his ass at one point. What's his name, son? The Tullys?
Oh, the Tarleys. You're talking about Dickon.
Tarleys, yeah.
When Bran laughed at him, dude.
When he said his name.
Dude, Bran, can I tell you something? Bran is one of my favorite characters, and that's why this scene was fucking with me, because it's like, I got characters that I love fighting characters that I love. I'm like, oh, this fucking sucks.
That's why it really, yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right about that, because these characters are so interlooped to each other, and, you know, you like certain people, even some of the bad guys you find yourself liking in this show, because it seems to me like everybody on this show, except for Cersei and her son, who was the original king, that little fuck. Joffrey. Yeah. It seems like those two are the only two that have a heart in this whole series. Everybody else has shown like a nasty side to them, but also has that other side to them as well, you know? That's why you don't want to I don't really want to see Jaime Lannister get fucking killed. You know what I mean? Although he is a piece of shit, you know, in my book, but I don't want to see him get killed. I like his character. I think that he has good somewhere in him, you know? But yeah, you're right about that. You know, it was sick to see a lot of reunions in this episode. You got you got fucking Jaime and his brother the Imp fucking in the same battle right now on either
Jaime
sides.
didn't even know he was there.
No, he didn't, but his brother knew he was there, I'll tell you that, you know?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of reunions. You know, you saw the Starks come together right now. Most of them are at Winterfell. And that
My
fight
wife was
scene,
in tears over that scene.
yeah, that was a crazy scene. That fight scene with what's her name was insane.
Brienne and Arya.
Oh my god, you know,
amazing.
she was like, "Yeah, you're good at what you do, but guess what? There's a new girl in town."
Dude, the greatest line of the show. Where did you learn that? No one.
I know. That was great, man. I know. That was great, dude. What a fucking episode, man. I mean, guys,
My mind's blown.
I mean, yeah, man. Listen, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you got to be loving this shit right now, because these episodes, every episode has really been good, even the beginning of the series, season 1, season 2. But this season so far has packed so much shit into these 50-minute episodes that it's like, it's insane. And we're coming down the stretch here with probably, I think there's only 9 episodes left of the series. There's only, 3 episodes left of the season. So we're coming down to the end already. I mean, it's a fast ride, fast paced. This episode moved right along, you know what I mean? So, man, I mean, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, it delivers every fucking time.
Every time, every week.
And tonight
Mike
was.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, Mike asked in the chat. Jamie is going to become a prisoner again, right?
I'm assuming.
Looks that way.
I'm assuming they're gonna pull him out of the water. Tyrion's gonna order it.
Yeah.
And Bran said something to Jamie earlier on in this episode where Jamie's like, "Yeah, listen, my sister's gonna take over, and then you'll get a pick of the castles." And then Bran was like, "Yeah, because your sister's gonna run a peaceful fucking kingdom, right?" And Jamie knows he's right. His sister's a cunt, even though she might suck a good dick. She's still a cunt.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. A lot of shit going on with Littlefinger. You don't know what the fuck that character's thinking,
Well, Bran, that was an interesting fucking scene because Bran knows now that Littlefinger was behind that whole fucking him. Littlefinger basically tried to kill Bran.
Yeah.
Because he was behind that dagger attack.
Yeah, he was, and then he goes and gives it to him. A fucking piece of shit,
Well, he doesn't know. I mean, he doesn't know that Bran.
No, but Bran knows fucking everything. He proved that this episode when he turned to Aya and he was like, telling her, yeah, she's got a list. She's most of the people on my list are dead. I wondered why her sister was like, who's on that list? Like, kind of like she was on it or something.
Well, they didn't get along in the beginning in the first season. Remember, Sansa was like the uppity cunt. Yeah. And Arya was more of a, everybody liked Arya, obviously better in the beginning.
Yeah.
And they still do.
I'm talking to my wife during the episode, and she doesn't really follow it. She just started following it the last, this season, really. Mm-hmm. And, which I don't know why she doesn't watch it, but she was asking me questions about what was going on, and I was telling her, it's kind of what you said in the beginning of tonight, that these characters, there's so many loved and hate characters on this show that it tangled everything in this episode. It was like a lot of paths being crossed for the first time, and it was just fucking sick, this episode. It really was, man.
Dude, when the fucking dragons were turning people into ash,
oh my god,
nuts.
That part was insane. When I first saw her, Daenerys, on the dragon coming in to that battle, you heard the noise in the distance, which was fucking eerie, Right. Man, what a fucking scene that was, with her on the back of that dragon, and that first strike, that first fire strike, just fucking ripped through people like it was napalm. Right. It was fucking insane, man.
Barbecue.
God almighty, yeah. Then that guy turned to dust, man. Like, holy shit. This carriage is going around on fire. Horses, their legs are being chopped the fuck off. Like, God almighty, man. This show delivers, man. It really does, man.
God, I hope Bran fucking reunites with Tyrion, because when they're together, it's the best.
Yeah, I know.
You're lagging in and out.
Here we go again.
Lag says in the chat, Jamie got balls to charge at a fucking dragon.
He does.
Yeah, man.
He does.
He does, man. That was balls.
He saw an opening. I can end the war right here and kill Daenerys. Boom. She's right there.
Yeah. Yep. That was crazy, man. That was a crazy part.
That was fun.
What do you think's gonna happen next week?
God, I mean, God only knows where the fuck they go per episode. You can't really, determine where they're going per episode. I mean, it's just all over the place. There's a lot of storylines being intertwined and going right now. It's what about when, what's his name, meeting Jon Snow again for the first time? In
Theon?
Yeah, and Theon, he knew it. The way he walked up to Jon was with his head down,
Theon shit his drawers when he saw Jon, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, he did. There's no doubt about that.
How do you feel Theon? You think he's an asshole, and then you feel bad for him. You don't know what to feel about him. It's fucking weird with that character.
Yeah. Huh?
It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right. It is because it's just been. I mean, I don't know, but I don't see Bran going over to the other side. You know what I mean?
Well, Bran's a sellsword. He'll go wherever the money is.
Well, you saw the money drop on the floor at first, and that kind of was like he was hit with a decision there. Do I risk my life and get my money, or do I get the fuck out of here? And he's a greedy bastard a little bit, that character. So
yeah,
right there was a good metaphor of you want to live or you want your money, You know?
He reminds me of Diamond Dallas Page.
Does he really?
Yeah, like he looks like him. If
Yeah, he does a little bit. He does a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
He'll be doing yoga next episode. Fucking Bran.
Dude,
like,
what the fuck?
Come on and do some yoga with me, guys. Huh?
What the fuck is Bran's deal, bro? It's like, dude, listen,
what's
we know
up
you
with
know
him?
everything now. It's like, just act like a human, you fucking
Yeah,
asshole.
why is he acting all fucking weird?
You know, they should do like a like a spin-off show and call it Jon Snow Knows Nothing and Bran Knows Everything.
yeah, seriously. It'd be about them too.
But it's like, listen, it's like to just treat your fucking siblings like human
why
beings.
is he treating them like that?
I guess he's so detached from, because he kind of says that, you know, he's like, you know, I barely even remember being Bran. Like, he's been through all this shit. If you think about it, he's probably lived fucking 100 lives in his thoughts and shit. But still, these are your siblings that you haven't seen in forever.
Yeah.
Treat them like a fucking human being.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. I mean, but he's not Bran no more. He's just a shell of who he used to be, you know?
Like what he did to Mira when he was like, and I said right before she said it, he's like, thank you. Thank you? My fucking brother died for you, you fucking piece of shit. Like, are you serious?
I know. She was like, what the fuck, man? He's just a cold fuck. And you know what it is? I think he's turning into the original guy who fucking sat in a tree that, you know, he was just no emotion. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have emotion when, you know, you could see everything. Because you just see it for what it is, I guess, you know? And he'll never be like Bran again. I mean, that was a little fucking boy who liked to climb, you know, the castle. You know, innocent kid, you know? And now... It's like sitting somebody down in front of a computer and making them watch execution videos over and over and over again, and then you just become like a sociopath. Serious, yeah. You know, so it's fucking crazy, man. It makes me think of Bill Burr had said something on a podcast where he goes, you know, when you watch shit like that, it's I think of your soul as being like pixelated, and every time you watch something like that, you lose like 2 little cubes float away. You lose a little something. He's right though. Like you kind of lose like some of your humanity, and I guess Bran has lost all of his fucking humanity. Yeah, I guess. He's seen his sister get raped. He's seen fucking God knows. He saw his head. He saw it all. He saw his fucking father's head get chopped off. Yeah. He saw his fucking mother get slaughtered. You know, he's seen every fucking thing. Yeah, he's seen his siblings die and just people in general. And
Kevin said in the chat, Littlefinger seems to be losing faith on now having all the kids back together.
Good. Yeah, he does. You could tell, and he bowed to Irie. He, like fucking. He bowed to her. Like, I don't want to fuck with you. You know what I mean? And he noticed she has the dagger now. Yep. It was funny. Didn't we just mention that a couple of shits? Like, where's the dagger? Now we know where it is. Yeah, Littlefinger had it the whole time, right? Yeah. And that was the dagger that he originally said that was owned by Tyrion. Well, Tyrion, I believe Tyrion actually did own it, but Tyrion lost it in a bet with Littlefinger. Yeah. And Littlefinger won the fucking thing. And then he used it to plant it on the fucking assassins. Yep. Yeah, Littlefinger's a fuck, man. Dude, how great was that when when Bran fucking said to Littlefinger, hey, chaos is a ladder. And fucking the way Littlefinger looked, I'm like, how because he heard that conversation too, Bran. Remember that conversation between Varys and Littlefinger a few seasons ago? Yep. About chaos being a ladder? Yep. Holy shit, the look Littlefinger gave, he said that to him, he looked right at him and said, hey, chaos is a ladder. He fucking probably thought to himself, like, what the fuck? Like, that's got to be a coincidence. Like, how does he know that? See, now what the deal is, nobody really knows what Bran went through, except for the chick, because she's like the last remaining person that was actually seen what that dude went through and how they fucking dragged him all the way to where the first men were born, you know, and seeing what happened when those, you know, the dead came after them and, you know, all that shit, and what he learned and what he was experiencing. Nobody else knows that. So it's just crazy to see how the Stark family, which are all coming home to Winterfell, it'd be nice to have Jon there with them. Let's hope that eventually happens. You get all the siblings there at once. Who's the only one missing right now? Really, it's Jon Snow. Jon Snow is the one that's apart. Yeah, so I mean, besides what's his name too, if you really want to think about it, because he was considered.
What, Theon?
Yeah, Theon was considered part of the Starks when
he-
the show first started. He really was.
Right.
You know, whether he wanted to be or not is, you know, whatever. It's irrelevant. But he was considered a Stark at that point. He was trained by them. He was basically brothers with them.
Look at his character arc. He started the show slinging dick left
dude,
and right.
yeah, that's
Now he
why I
has no
said
dick.
that to my wife tonight watching this show, and I said his character has gone from a fucking wild bastard fucking nympho to this like defeated pussy of a man.
Yeah, like a husk, like a shell.
Yeah, he's
a
just
man.
like a fucking nobody now. He treats himself like a nobody. He's a coward, and this guy was a brave motherfucker when you first saw his character. But I mean, he's a shell of his former self. Now, whether Jon ends up back in Winterfell with him, I'd like to see that happen because he did save, his sister. He did save. That's the only reason Jon let him live at that point, because he redeemed himself in a way.
Right.
I'd like to see both of them return to Winterfell and get all the Starks right where it all started. And you probably won't see that till next season. But there's going to be a point where all of them are back home together. That's going to be a good episode. Defending Winterfell, probably against the dead at that point. But hey, Cal Alabama, thank you so much, man.
Oh, that battle was sick as hell.
Yeah.
Jamie almost got Khaleesi.
Yeah.
Next week going to be good.
Yeah, it is going to be. I mean, every episode is good, but Jamie did almost get Khaleesi, man. Shout out to Kal-El for $10 donation, man. Thank you, brother. Next week is going to be sick. I mean, you don't know what to expect from this series. I mean, you really don't.
Well, where does Daenerys go from here? I mean, Jon gave her that speech. If you're going to start burning down castles and shit, you're no different than anybody.
Yeah, but yet she still did it.
Well, she made the play for the food. No matter what she does, even if she wants to go with Jon and fight the White Walkers, they need food.
Yeah, well,
and
that's
all
what
the
she
food
said,
is with Jamie.
Yep.
Somebody keeps asking, who knocked Jamie off the horse?
It had to be fucking, what's his name?
I think it was Bran.
I think it was Bran. Oh, it was either him or Dick.
Dick Khan?
Yeah. Dick. It was probably Dick or Bran. It was one of them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess so. Next week, I guess it's from what I saw from the coming attractions, you really don't. They didn't show you nothing about Jaime Lannister, so that leads me to believe that they don't want you to know where he is right now until next week. So he's definitely.
He's not dead.
I think you're gonna see. No, he's not dead, but you're gonna see the
Yeah.
brothers unite. I think you're gonna see that happen.
Yeah.
Now, is there a way, and could this possibly happen, that Jaime Lannister turns on his sister, who he knows is a fucking wacko, and he's been looking at her the last couple episodes like, this bitch is the queen now, and might even be more, she might even be more for me to handle now. You know what I mean? Like, because she's obviously going to start banging, what's his name? The Greyjoy.
Right.
They're going to hook up because he's just a wild fucking warring fucking bastard, and that's right up her alley. You know what I mean?
But I think Cersei would be a terrible fuck. Because she would be so uninterested. You know what I mean? She just would be.
She'd be getting fucking banged out doggy style just reading a magazine.
Right.
Like, are you done yet? Or...
Right, seriously.
Like, sorry, Cersei. You fuck you. What's going on in the chat? Shout out to everybody in the chat.
See, I think the best fuck would be Melisandre, because you'd be doing a doggy style, and she just fought out like a shadow demon as you're fucking her.
Oh my god, dude. Or she'll take a necklace off, and all of a sudden you're banging a 104-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking throw up right on her back.
I'll bang her even in that.
I throw up right on her back
state.
at that point. I'd be like this. Oh, you're so hot. Look at you, fat ass. You got. Oh my god, you just turned 104. Right on her back.
Cody wrote in the chat, I think Sansa is on Arya's list and Bronn already saw it.
Yeah, what is up with that? Why would her sister be on her list?
I don't think she is.
I don't think she is, but they hinted towards that. There's no question about it.
Hold on. Let's think about the list. The list was Joffrey, the Hound, the Mountain, Cersei. Was Tywin on the list?
No.
Tywin wasn't on the list. I
No.
guess
He was, but he, was no.
Well,
he was killed before the list was made.
No, she had the list a long time ago. She had that.
She didn't have that list when she was serving him at.
I believe she wrote the list right around the time she first met the Faceless Man.
Yeah. That's what she did.
Matter of fact, that's right
After she left him.
She remember she had that meeting with Tywin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was after. It was so it's right there because she ordered him to. Who did she order him to kill again? It really doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day.
It was him. It was what's his name? The Lannister. It was the father. That's who that she wanted killed. Originally. So, guys, you know what? If you want to call in, anybody wants to call in and tell us anything about the show.
Chat said it's Bran confirmed.
It is Bran. So there you go, Bran. Yeah, I mean we kind of all figured that, you know. He was all over the place. The motherfucker almost killed a dragon. How crazy is that, Bran?
Yeah. Dude, here's one criticism of the show.
First guy to kill a dragon in years, bro. Almost.
Where the fuck's the Hound?
Well, he's with those guys and he's a believer now, the Hound.
Well, what the fuck, dude? We haven't seen since the first episode.
Well, they do this every once in a while. Remember, Arya wasn't in the last one. You know what I mean? And the episode previously before that, I think episode 2 was mostly about her. So it's like when they like concentrate on one character a lot during an episode, odds are next episode you see very little of them. You didn't see Cersei that much in this episode. You didn't see, like you said, the Hound in this episode. So I'm thinking next episode you're going to see a lot of the Hound, you know, because he wasn't in this one.
Yeah, we didn't see Arya last week.
Yeah, exactly. So, but, you know, listen, fucking crazy shit tonight, man. If you guys want to call in, just call the number and I'll put you on. If you're calling about the Game of Thrones, don't pull a Tommy NC 2010 on us, all right? Just kidding. I love him. Guy calls me. Huh?
Did he call you during the show, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're buffering a lot.
Oh, God almighty with this fucking buffering shit.
Buffering.
Hold on, let me you guys talk. I'm just going to see if I can fix this.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
You guys got any questions in the chat? I mean, if you don't want to call in, that's fine. I'll pull it from the chat and we can discuss it here if you're too shy to call.
Let me pull it out of your chat.
Oh. Out of the box. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and smash that like button.
Yeah,
NG Fresh, is the show good? I've only seen some episodes. Is the show good?
This show is like one of the best shows of all time, man.
Listen, I will fucking challenge anybody. This show is the greatest fucking show of all time. There's like 5 episodes that will go down as the greatest episodes in television history. You know, the Red Wedding.
That's like one of the best episodes.
The Battle of the Bastards, ridiculous. The one we just saw, ridiculous.
Yeah,
the one where Daenerys gets a fucking unsullied army, ridiculous.
I love how, like, you know, it might start off slow in a season, like the first episode, but it always picks up to like insanity as every episode goes.
Right.
Like, there was a lot of times I got up screaming at the television because I couldn't believe like the ridiculous stuff of characters being killed off. Like, no one's safe. I feel like.
It's like, you know, the first time you get cheated on, it's when you lose your innocence. You know, you turn from a child to an adult, and you realize that, you know, the world isn't all fucking rainbows and fucking unicorns. But I feel like that happened to me in what happened to Ned Stark in the first season. That changed the way I looked at everything. Like, where you could just take out a main character just like that.
Yeah.
That was fun. I'll never forget to this day when that happened. And remember, I didn't read the books yet. I didn't really know any of the characters. I was only 9 episodes into a show. I shouldn't really care about the characters that much. And when that happened, the chill that ran up my spine was fucking crazy. Yeah. It was almost like a fucking family member got killed. It was like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened?
I really feel like I gotta go read the books, and I know like books are usually always better than what's on like a movie or television most of the time.
Well, there are parts of the show that are better, like you remember the battle at Hardhome where the fucking Night King attacked where Jon Snow was there?
Yeah.
That never happened in the book. They kind of just allude to, something happened at Hardhome. So like there's parts in the show that are way better. But yeah, listen, the books have 1,000 pages to hash out shit.
Yeah.
where the show only has, let's say, 10 hours a season.
So I could only imagine like how, since you're saying like books are like 1,000 pages, like of how detailed everything goes.
That's the great thing about this series, you know? It's like
Mm.
they could take off the book from the book whenever they want, and which is so like enriched in characters and storylines, and add whatever they want, you know, which is crazy.
The cool thing about the books were, like, usually you read a book, it's chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, but in those books the chapter names are the name of the character, the point of view of the character. So one character's named one chapter's named Jamie, another chapter's named Bran, another chapter's named, you know what I mean, like, so you're getting it from the point of view of all these characters.
Oh, Ginger and Juice said, didn't Jon Snow tell her that she shouldn't attack them yet, and she didn't listen, and now the dragon is really hurt?
Well, I thought that he said, you know, if you start melting castles and shit, that, you know, you'll just be the same. But what she did, she had to do. She needed supplies.
Yeah.
You know, she needed to feed her fucking army, and she, you know, and Jon Snow needs food too. They run out of food. Remember last episode where Sansa was saying that, you know, they were going to run out of food. So they need fucking food. So I think, you know, if Jon's going to argue with that, I think he's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I agree with that too. How is everything going out there? Is the show going good? I'm trying to eliminate some things.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh, well, somebody just wrote before a couple.
Well, I like, yeah, I'm looking at it and I keep seeing like the buffering going.
Oh, well, on mine it's not going right now.
I mean, I don't know how everybody else is, but
Oh,
yeah, I keep seeing it.
God. This is the thing with YouTube, man. YouTube's been doing this lately. All these shows are popping up with this shit. You know?
Do you think it's like the bandwidth?
I don't know what the hell it is. I gotta like redo my OBS and shit. I don't know. I hope you guys are able to hear this and see what we're saying. You know, see everything and hear us. But that sucks. But anyway, let's just keep going. Anyway, so what other parts did we not hit on yet?
There was a really awesome part we forgot about.
Yeah.
When Jon brings Daenerys into the cave. And you see the cave drawings, dude.
Yeah, that was, and he kind of like proved to her at that point, like, look, you know, here's proof finally that I could show you, tangible proof, you know.
Right.
Which is like, come on, how could you not believe it anyway? There's fucking dragons and shit in this world. Like, come on, you know, you should be believing that dead people could fucking walk.
Yeah, you survived a fucking fire and walked out with 3 dragons.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck else do you need to know?
Yeah, like what more do you need to fucking be proven to you that this shit exists? Like, why is it that hard to fathom, you know, after everything that's happened in this series, you know?
But I told you she was going to be humbled by the news.
And she was.
Of her fucking basically losing.
Yeah, she was, and she fucking got on that dragon, and she almost got fucked a couple of times there. She almost got killed a couple of times, man, you know?
Well, it's kind of... I think it should help her in the future because now she knows. And I remember the name of the weapons though. It's called a ballista that shoots those fucking like big fucking arrows.
Yeah.
Now she knows about those fucking things.
Yeah, that was nuts.
So she's kind of has to like if I was flying in that dragon, I don't think I would have to swoop down. How far can the flame be blown? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can it be blown from the clouds? Can it be blown from only 20 feet up?
Yeah.
You know, who the fuck knows? But yeah, dude, this episode was fun. That last scene,
crazy, man.
The hair was standing up on my back because I'm a hairy fuck. But
that was just that was crazy, man. It really was, man.
It was one of those scenes where once I heard the marching in, I had to I had to stand up. You know, you have
I
to
love
stand
that part.
up.
I absolutely
like,
yeah.
holy fuck.
I got news for you. I was screaming. My wife's like, "Calm down." I'm like, "I've never seen this before. Like, this is the first time I'm seeing something like this on this."